Check out our sponsor, the Safe and Vault store right now. That's the Safe and Vault store. Click the link below right now. Check out all their safes. Check out their AMSEC safes, their rifle, gun, burglar safes. Check out their Liberty biometric safe, which they sent me. It's awesome. Protect your guns. Click that link below right now. Visit our sponsor. Enter promo code Second Amendment for 10% discount on all their burglar, fire, and gun safes, as well as free shipping. That's the Safe and Vault store.
Howdy, everybody. My name is Christopher Green, and you're tuning in to AMTV, Alternative Media Television, the Conspiracy Network, according to the mainstream media. It is 9/11. Yeah, it's Arizona time, 9/11. Thursday, July 9th, just turned 9/11. It's weird too, I got a bill prior to the New York Stock Exchange shutdown from the breakfast spot I stopped by that said 666 on it. I'm actually not kidding you, it was like the weirdest day yesterday. New York Stock Exchange shuts down, United Airlines shuts down, Wall Street Journal shuts down, Zero Hedge shuts down. I think maybe something else shut down, I just maybe didn't know about it. So many things shut down yesterday. And what did we learn? According to the mainstream media, if you are to think that there's a logical explanation for the shutdown, like maybe it was a terrorist attack from within the United States government itself, maybe it was a test, maybe it was an outside group, terrorist organization, you know, the same groups that they're propagandizing to us on a daily basis, like ISIS, the new boogeyman, the new creation of Al-Qaeda, now that Osama bin Laden allegedly is dead, even though he was allegedly killed before, but then he was killed again, and then his dead carcass was kicked off some kind of U.S. warship without any DNA evidence or even snapping a selfie to prove that it was Osama bin Laden. Are calling us conspiracy theorists, even though Anonymous put out a tweet strangely the night before that said something like, I hope it's not a bad day for Wall Street tomorrow. I'm paraphrasing a little bit. Some of you saw this tweet, which is interesting because I think that there are legitimate elements to Anonymous, obviously, but there's also CIA involvement in Anonymous, in my opinion. I'm actually not sure if I've spoken of this before. I probably did several years ago when I used to do my radio show. You know, it's not that there's not legitimate elements of Anonymous, but it's also infiltrated by Central Intelligence. And again, that's not a conspiracy theory. Central Intelligence is penetrating many different areas. They obviously penetrate the media. For example, a lot of you probably don't know that Mr. Anderson Pooper, head of CNN, used to work for the CIA. He's also a Vanderbilt. Now, some of you that are informed probably know this. Probably a great majority of our audience, actually. I think I've spoken about it before. But a lot of people don't know that. They just call it a conspiracy theory. Do you know the CIA actually invented the term conspiracy theory to discredit really what was the truth? Which is just amazing to me. I mean, we're expected to believe that the entire New York Stock Exchange yesterday shut down. United Airlines shut down. Wall Street Journal shut down. There's a confluence of geopolitical events at the moment, by the way, with Greece, bank closures, bank holidays, Iran nuke negotiations, of which there is another deadline, a deadline in Greece, a collapse of our market system yesterday. And we're just expected to believe that it was a technical glitch, a problem with a router, according to UAL, United Airlines. They didn't give us a specific reason. It's just some kind of glitch, you know, like an accident. The same glitch and same technical difficulties they'll explain to us when we're driving, as they're pushing right now, Google technology, these self-driving cars will just drive you off a cliff. You'll just drive straight off a cliff and they'll call it a technical anomaly, a technical glitch, a problem with their router as, you know, 15 cars drive off cliffs or something. I mean, we are so vulnerable to this technology, so vulnerable to this system, so vulnerable to this algorithm, so vulnerable to this tech monopoly. I mean, there is such a tech monopoly right now, and this plays right into YouTube, which you're tuning into right now. I mean, people made fun of this years ago. There's a gamer YouTuber that made over $7 million last year playing video games. I mean, that's how huge this tech algorithm is. That's how huge social media is. I remember when people called me crazy for standing in front of a camera 5 years ago and broadcasting on this channel and growing AMTV, of which, by the way, we just hit over 50 million views on YouTube and 250,000 daily subscribers.
Thank you so much for your continued support. Thank you for growing this channel, sharing the word, favoriting and liking our videos, and getting out there, because we are making a pretty profound impact in the media, coming from the underground. What was once the alternative media, but really is just now the media. So we're expected to believe it was just a technical glitch, just a router problem. You know, we're called conspiracy theorists if you're going to tie two and two together. Or if you look at things like Jade Helm, for example, which starts, I believe, July 15th and runs through September, and they're moving through the western United States with these drills. If you somehow question that official government narrative and are concerned about that, as is the governor of Texas, you're actively monitoring it, you're called a conspiracy theorist by the liberalized, mainstream, bought and paid for, corporate-owned and government-statist media. You're called a conspiracy theorist. I mean, I'm surprised that the masses also don't buy into the fact and call it a conspiracy theory that the CIA exists, for that matter. I mean, I would suggest that maybe the great majority of people in America don't even think the CIA is real. I mean, look, we have vast intelligence capabilities here in the United States, whether or not it's the National Spying Agency, the NSA, wiretapping our cell phones, as was the case and shown to be improved through the leaks that we've seen in recent years from Edward Snowden, the likes of Julian Assange, etc., or it is the CIA or any other of these intelligence agencies, tech agencies like Google, Facebook, that work hand in hand with the government today. I mean, what did we learn yesterday? Honestly, what was the life lesson yesterday? Well, it should be that we're totally and utterly vulnerable to this system, that we have absolutely no control, and the government will be the last entity to save you. And I'm sorry to tell you, but the government won't be there to help you when the grid goes down. When that EMP blasts over, let's say in the exosphere or whatever sphere it is they call up there, and it drops our grid down at a moment's notice and they can't turn it back on, we'll call it a technical glitch that might last for 6 months, or maybe it'll be a technical glitch or anomaly that might last a year or so. Yeah, it'll wipe out like 2/3 of the population around the globe. They'll just call it a technical anomaly. Your government won't be there to save you. Now, Obama, his cronies, his cohorts, whoever's in power at the time, probably be somebody different. They'll be in their bunkers. They'll be secure. They'll be dining on steak dinners, filet mignon, drinking a little cognac, probably watching a movie, kicking back in an underground bunker somewhere, which they actually do have, even though people call that a conspiracy theory. Again, everything is a conspiracy if it doesn't play into the, this narrative that is built for us, this illusion that is built for us from an early age. Get us into public schooling to build the illusion around this. Teach us about, how the world works. Banking, a total freaking illusion. The Federal Reserve, a total illusion. Everything an illusion. Again, program and penetrate the minds of the young. Penetrate the minds of young girls. Penetrate the minds of young boys. Fill that brain up with bullshit. Fill that brain up with crack. On another note, I'm actually waiting for the Federal Reserve to raise interest rates. I thought they were going to raise interest rates. I mean, weren't they going to raise freaking interest rates? How long has it been? I mean, the Dow Jones, S&P 500, our stock market has freaking tripled. When are they going to raise interest rates? I mean, I thought we were going to get an interest rate hike at some point in the future, but I guess not. And you know what's funny? They probably will raise interest rates, maybe a measly quarter bips, 0.25 bips, and they're probably going to have some kind of gala party or something. They'll invite Ben Bernanke, Janet Horriella, and the rest of the cronies and crew from Wall Street, etc. John Corzine of MF Global, the guy that ripped off billions and billions of dollars from client accounts and now is rewarded for it and starts new hedge funds, even though he should be in jail. They'll probably throw a party, even though rates, even if they bump them 25 or even 50 basis points, will still essentially be at zero. So where's the hike? They're using now China as an excuse, Greece as an excuse. We're waiting on Iran. That has a deadline. Everything has a freaking deadline. But there's no solution. There's no real outcome. There's no change to this game that we're all playing, this illusory world that we live in. That's all it is. Illusory. Money, illusory. The financial system, an illusion. The Federal Reserve, an illusion. It's why they can continue to roll these debts over into infinity to service our interest payments that we can never pay back. The same thing that Greece is dealing with, but they can't print their own currency. We do here in the United States, and somehow that makes Americans feel all cozy inside. Television shows on MTV now promoting white guilt, educating the white masses, which actually aren't the masses anymore. There's more Latinos and Hispanics in California, for example, than there are white people, and they're still playing that card. Or watching shows like The Kardashians. Now with Caitlyn Jenner, he no longer called Bruce, he's now Caitlyn. You know, I'm not sure if he cut his dick off. I guess he still likes women, he says. So he's like a transgender man, woman, he, she, female, male figure. I think still has his dick and now is going to still screw chicks, according to Brody Jenner and the rest of the crew. I mean, this is the society that we now live. And again, you're a conspiracy theorist or you're a racist if you question the official bullshit narrative. If you question the fact that your brain is being penetrated by the federal government at a very early age. Until the government has one big fat orgasm in that amygdala gland in your brain, you know, and it just kind of pops, which is kind of where we are today. You know, living in this illusory world, this world of chains, this world of bondage, where we have a giant wealth gap larger than anything we've ever seen in history, and the people still living in the illusion somehow think they're free. Even though they're the peasants of the modern day, they're the peasants of the modern age, and amongst us live oligarchs, people like the Clintons and the Bushes, running for president once again. I mean, the third freaking Bush, the second freaking Clinton, who, by the way, has been engrossed in scandal and conspiracy after conspiracy, whether or not it's Benghazi or frying her emails, or her husband screwing Monica Lewinsky and God knows how many other women, and then lying on the stand, which is a criminal felony, by the way. It's a serious, serious offense. But these people get away with it. And again, the American people just must love getting screwed. They must love being penetrated in that amygdala gland, in the brain. They love getting banged. They love getting banged in that brain, those Americans. Yeah, that's right. It's a conspiracy theorists. They just love it. You know, so it's like really we're standing on the edge of a freaking cliff right now. On an edge of a cliff of Greece, of the Federal Reserve, of interest rates just about to fall over, bawing our way all the way down. The millions and the millions and millions and millions and millions of American sheep that think anything, thinking outside the box or just questioning the reality for a minute, the fact that the entire New York Stock Exchange can shut down like that, the entire grid can shut down like that, an E&P could shut down our entire electrical grid like that, computer systems could shut down like that, the banking system like in Greece could shut down like that. That's all conspiracy theory to the penetrated minds. They might as well just be hitting themselves in the face. I mean, they'd probably be smarter. Most Americans would probably be smarter if they just took a sledgehammer to their head every day before they woke up in the morning or when they woke up in the morning. That's the world we live today. An illusion, a smoke and mirrors campaign by these individuals, a media game. And that's all it is. It's a freaking game. You want to know how the billionaires make billions and millions of dollars? They trade synthetic derivatives. There's a guy named Jeff Green, no relation by the way, he made billions betting against the housing market, trading derivatives, a synthetic instrument. These other billionaires betting on the collapse of 08, 09 or on the other way up, they all trade derivatives. Goldman Sachs trades derivatives. It's synthetic. It's created based on an illusion coming from their mind. It comes from nowhere, just a figment of their imagination. It's the same way they create currency. It's why it's all digital. It's why it's moving digital. It's why everything's an algorithm. It's why YouTubers, some make $7 million plus a year. It's all illusory. You create whatever reality you want in this world. It really, truly is the Matrix. You just need to break through it. You just need to wake up. You need to understand how it works. Everything a freaking illusion. You know, the minute you understand that, you know, it's kind of like, hey, you want the red pill or you want the blue pill or whatever. The minute you understand that, you can control your own destiny. You can control your own reality. You can take the power away from these criminals at the tippy top. The 0.001% that continue to, again, penetrate our brains from an early age that we need them when we don't. It's actually a representative republic. It's a republic of, by, and for the people with constitutional principles and values, something that they want to destroy. A politically incorrect society, as the nation was originally founded, somehow changing and transforming into this politically correct society. Again, it's all bullshit, folks, and it ain't good for you. It's all a freaking an illusion. And it's not a conspiracy theory, it's the truth. Wake up. Light that match. Light that candle. Turn on the switch. Open your eyes to reality. Take the pill. It's your choice. Got the red pill here, or I got the blue pill. Which one do you want? I'm Christopher Green. Get this video out everywhere, make it viral, hard hitting it in your face, and click the link below to support our sponsor.